want you?
I won't hear a word out of you.
Now, what was it he stole?
A blouse.
See?
In September 1977, during the filming of the sitcom What's Happening, a horrific head-on collision occurred on the Pacific Coast Highway. A 31-year-old actor was killed, and a 12-year-old girl from the main cast spent 3 weeks in a coma. The child survived, but the consequences of that accident continued to destroy her body for another 48 years, and ultimately caused her death last August in a hospital in Richmond. Of the 6 main cast members of the show, 4 have already passed away. Some were buried, some cremated, and some are still awaiting final disposition. Here is how each of their stories ended. 1. Earl William Billings, the actor with the most stable post-show career among everyone whose name appeared in the original credits, born on the 4th of July, 1945, in Cleveland, Ohio. At the age of 31, he played Rob, the owner of Rob's Place, the diner where Raj, Dwayne, and Rerun spent most of their time. Although the diner was the show's second main setting, the role remained recurring and never received series regular status or its own storyline. After the show ended, his career continued steadily without major gaps. His filmography includes Crimson Tide, Con Air, Antwone Fisher, American Splendor, Thank You for Smoking, and the role of Dr. Kermit Gosnell in the 1988 legal drama. He was married once. The marriage ended in divorce, and his ex-wife's name was never made public. He is now 80 years old, lives in Los Angeles, and still goes out for auditions. 2. Haywood Nelson Jr., the youngest of the 3 main male actors, born on the 25th of March, 1960 in New York City. At the age of 16, he played the good-hearted Dwayne Clemens Nelson, whose signature line, "Hey, hey, hey," delivered with his chin tucked into his chest, became one of the most quoted 2-word phrases in 1970s television comedy. After What's Happening, he reprised the role of Dwayne in the 1985 to 1988 sequel, appeared in other projects, studied architectural design and electronics engineering, and later moved into digital media consulting and data analysis for production companies. He has been married 4 times and has 3 children. He is a practicing Scientologist. He is now 66 years old and lives in the New York metropolitan area. 3. Fritzie Burr, the first to pass away on this list, born on the 31st of May, 1924, in Philadelphia. At the age of 52, she played the sarcastic history teacher, Mrs. Gertrude Collins, in 7 episodes. She got the role through family connections. Her sister was married to producer Saul Turteltaub. After the show, she continued to work steadily, appearing in Chinatown, The Golden Girls, The Nanny, Friends, Seinfeld, and many others. She died on the 17th of January, 2003 in Fort Myers, Florida, at the age of 78 from natural causes. She was cremated and her ashes were scattered in an undisclosed location. 4. Ernest Lee Thomas, the actor who has appeared in front of a camera every single year since the show premiered. Born on the 26th of March, 1949 in Gary, Indiana. At the age of 27, he played Roger Raj Thomas, the studious, bespectacled older brother and moral center of both the family and the trio of friends. He was one of the final 2 actors considered for the role of Kunta Kinte in the miniseries Roots, but received a smaller supporting part instead. After the original series was canceled, he returned for the sequel, appeared in Malcolm X, Everybody Hates Chris, and several other projects. He holds a bachelor's degree in sociology and psychology and is a member of the Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity. He has never been married but has 1 daughter. He is now 76 years old, lives in Los Angeles, and occasionally attends cast reunions when invited. 5. Fred Berry, the face of the show, the character on all the merchandise, and the one who could not walk through an airport without a child asking for his beret. Born on the 19th of March, 1951 in St. Louis. At the age of 25, he played the energetic Fred Rerun Stubbs, the heart and soul of What's Happening. He led salary walkouts that ultimately caused both the original series and the sequel to end early. He could never escape the Rerun image. He became a millionaire by age 29, battled alcohol and drug issues in the 1980s, later became an ordained Baptist minister and motivational speaker, and lost over 100 pounds after a diabetes diagnosis. He was married 5 or 6 times to 4 different women and had 3 children. He died on the 21st of October 2003 at the age of 52 from natural causes following a stroke. He is buried at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Hollywood Hills. 6. Shirley Hemphill, the first body on this list to be discovered by gardeners who came to work on her yard. Born on the 1st of July 1947 in Asheville, North Carolina. At the age of 29, she played the sharp-tongued waitress Shirley Wilson, the wrecking ball of the series. She turned down her own spin-off offered by Norman Lear in order to join What's Happening. Later, she starred in the short-lived show One in a Million, which was canceled after 6 months. She spent the rest of her life performing stand-up and working the nightclub circuit. She never married and had no children. She died on the 10th of December, 1999, at the age of 52 from renal failure. She was cremated, and the final resting place of her ashes has never been publicly disclosed. 7. Mabel King Elizabeth Washington, the very first cast member to pass away, born on the 25th of December, 1932, in Charleston, South Carolina. At the age of 43, she played Mama Thomas in the widowed matriarch and moral center of the first 2 seasons. She strongly clashed with the producers over what she saw as negative stereotypes of a black single working mother. She left the show after season 2. She famously played Eveline, the Wicked Witch of the West, in both the Broadway and 1978 film versions of The Wiz, and portrayed Steve Martin's mother in The Jerk. She suffered from diabetes and the effects of a stroke. Her final years were spent in the motion picture and television country house and hospital on long-term dialysis. She died on the 9th of November 1999 at the age of 66 from kidney failure. She was cremated and her ashes were given to her attorney. 8. Danielle Louise Spencer, the little girl from the opening of this story, born on the 24th of June 1965 in Trenton, New Jersey. At the age of 11, she played Dee Thomas, the sharp-tongued little sister whose quarter blackmail routine with Raj became one of the show's most quoted bits. On the 6th of September 1977, she and her stepfather were involved in a serious car accident on the Pacific Coast Highway. Her stepfather died the next day. Danielle suffered multiple broken bones and severe spinal and neurological damage. The effects haunted her for the rest of her life: spinal stenosis, surgeries, a bleeding intracranial hematoma, and breast cancer. She left acting, earned a doctorate in veterinary medicine, and worked as a veterinarian. She was married twice. She died on the 11th of August, 2025, at the age of 60 in Richmond from gastric cancer. Her final resting place has not yet been publicly announced. Today, only 2 of the 6 main cast members are still alive: Ernest Thomas, 76, and Haywood Nelson, 66. They are the last 2 people on Earth who attended the very first table read in 1976 and can still talk about it. The other 4 are gone, and their stories remain forever connected by one accident, one network, and nearly half a century of time. What series would you like to know about next? Sign up and leave a comment.